haven't seen that other guy from Hungary since that first time I met him. But I don't teach that much during your night. Every once in a while, I'll teach at your guys' 9 and 10 o'clock, and sometimes I will a lot more. But usually it's this time, at least for the next
Okay, I
week.
will try to join the class that time to
Yeah.
meet another
Well,
Hungarian guy.
yeah, I haven't seen him, so I don't know if he could have just been doing the free trial. So, um,
It could be.
yeah. So, because sometimes you see a person for a week and you see them in all these classes, and all of a sudden they're gone, and I like, oh, okay, they're just doing the free trial. So, I didn't realize that when I first started. So, all right. So it's a Ming. All right. Giuseppe. So Belgium, and then Hungary and Hong Kong. What's the weather like right now in Hong Kong, Some Ming?
The weather is today is cloudy.
Uh-huh.
Uh, not too cold is around 17 degree.
17. Oh, wow. Summer weather.
Yeah.
Summer weather for some of us.
So when the weather is sunny, I will go to swim. Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's great.
Saming, I have a question. What kind of season are there in there?
The season now in Hong Kong is the winter season. Yeah.
Winter.
Yeah, winter.
Temperature is 17 is very surprising.
But our temperatures are over a year is around uh 7 degree to 34 degrees
Mhm,
over a years, 4 season.
mhm. Yeah.
So 17 degrees to 34. So you don't get it. It doesn't get that cold much in Hong
Yeah.
Kong.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Where the rest of us, okay, so I just checked, it is now 0.3 degrees Celsius, so, but it feels like -4. So we are actually above zero right now. So yay! A couple hours ago it was minus
So
something.
so you can enjoy the slowing.
I can enjoy the snow, yeah, hopefully. So, yeah. So Alexander, you took a break too.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I ate and watched some TV and music
uh-huh.
to rest
Excellent.
for my brain.
Yeah. Yeah, I normally don't. I try not to teach 3 classes in a row, but every once in a while between the Saturday and Sunday, I end up doing it because I don't realize it a lot of times because when I schedule it, the Saturday is on one page and the Sunday's on another page, so I don't see it. And then when I see it, I go, oh, okay. One time I scheduled 4 or 5 classes in a row on accident,
Well,
and
it's
then I
tough.
had private students. To the private tutoring with Verbling schedule in between those during my breaks. So I actually taught 6 hours straight in a row, and I'm like, what did I do? So
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Two
yeah,
hours. It's pretty 1 hour or two maximum for teacher or for learners. I think
yeah.
it's
2 hours is pretty much
yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine. 3 hours
In,
is
in a row, in a
stretching.
row.
Yeah,
Then after break you can another 2 hours. I
yeah.
think. And
I
for me
think
it's good.
yeah, yeah. In a couple weeks from now, I just scheduled it. I did 2 hours, and then I did a 2 hour break, and then I did 2 more hours, and that's even better to do 2 classes and then a 2 hour break and then 2 classes like that. So,
Yes,
Ollie,
yes.
can you ask you a question?
uh-huh.
You have a free schedule, or we have to choose in between the free slots when
Um,
you give?
Yeah, what I do is when the schedule comes up, there's some of the teachers are have requested specific times, and they are allocated same times. But what I do is I wait until the schedule comes out, and then I choose the times based on other projects that I'm doing.
Okay.
So like right now, I have another project that takes me 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, and so on those days, I try not to teach very much, I'm limiting my teaching to about 20 hours a week, where before I started this project, I was teaching a lot more, and so that's what I'm doing. Where some teachers have verbally allocate the times, and they do have the same times every week, and I
Yeah.
don't normally. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. The topic on this class is on traveling. So I believe let's first of all, how much do you travel and do you enjoy traveling, Alexander?
I very like traveling, but I uh, I only traveled only in Russia yet.
Okay, so you've traveled, but you've only done domestic travel so far.
Yes.
Okay,
Only
excellent. Well,
domestic.
you've got such a big country.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. There,
so
there are a lot of places
yeah, so it's
where I can see.
I regret the fact that I never got to Russia when I lived in Finland. Um, but it was really problematic to get a visa, so that's why I didn't ever do it. Um, so, Giuseppe, do you like to travel, and do you have the opportunity to travel very much?
Yes, we try to travel 2 time or 3 time per year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Recently, we have been to the Morocco. Yes, we try to travel 2 or 3 time per year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And Cornell, how about you? Do you enjoy traveling, and
Of course.
how often? Of
Yeah,
course.
actually, I like traveling abroad, and my 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 favorite place to would like to visit is Rome.
Rome.
Uh, yeah, Rome because I love historic, and Rome is a capital of former Roman Empire.
Uh-huh.
So there are many historic building, for example, Capitolium and Colosseum and everything in Rome. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I have. Visited all castles in Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard Hungary is an amazing place to visit. Is that true?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I highly recommended to visit to Budapest or another place in Hungary.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't. I don't have a passport anymore, so I can't travel abroad right now. So um, I need to apply for one. So Ming, how about you? Do you travel very much? And if so, how often do you travel, or do you enjoy it?
Uh, I'm I'm really want to travel,
Mm-hmm.
but unfortunately, I don't have the chance because I needed to take care of my two dogs.
Uh-huh.
So, so I will let the chance to my wife. So when my wife with my son travels around Europe, when they come back, I'm very jealous.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So you stay home with the dogs?
Yes, because my dogs is they not suitable to the dogs hotel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
Have
I need to take care of them.
Have you ever heard of trustedhousesitters.com?
No, because they are more of stay unstable in the dog hotel, and they
Yeah.
are very afraid of that. So maybe I'll waiting
Mhm.
when they go to the health,
Mhm.
and I have a chance to travel.
Mhm. Well, this I just put the website up on the Verbling chat. On
Uh,
that what they do is you get a house sitter who will come and they want to visit your area, and
no,
they take care of your
oh,
dog in your house.
I think that's uh not available in my city.
Oh, it isn't. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, so it's starting to become kind of popular for people to house sit and travel at the same time, and a lot of dog owners are choosing to let somebody come and stay in their home, so that the dog can stay in their environment, so that their family can travel. So yeah. I'm also kind of waiting on my dog. He's 11, so I'm waiting for him to go on, so that I can figure out what to do with my life. So anyway, let's go ahead and do some of these phrasal verbs here, and we're going to practice them. We will spend time on phrasal verbs, and then we will move on to some discussion questions on travel. So that's a plan for today. We've got a look, set, check, drop, pick, and look again. So, Alexander, could you choose one of these bubbles, one of these four bubbles, and see if you can put the right word in there?
Okay,
Excuse me.
left on the top. Could
Okay.
you could you pick me up? Oh,
And sorry about that.
freeze.
Okay.
I see. Uh, could you pick me up from the airport next week?
Sure. What time are you coming in? So, Alexander, what time will you be flying in? What time do you want me to pick you up? Alexander?
At 9 p.m.
9 p.m.? Okay, excellent. I'll be there. So, um,
Okay, good.
so could you pick me up from the airport next week? All right. Uh, Giuseppe, could you choose one of the
Yes.
bubbles? And
Uh,
I want to change this again. Sorry. Okay.
yes, the in the right on the top. It's best to check in at least 2 hours in advance.
All right. Check in. Does your airport, Giuseppe, does it now have the check-in where can you check in online from home or on these machines when you get to the airport, or do you still have to check in with a person?
You have to check in with a person.
Okay. Yeah, I was flying out of Newark, which is in New Jersey, a couple years ago, and my friend had me check in at the airport, and then I walked in and I carried my bags onto the plane, so I didn't have to actually do anything. So it was nice. It was very
Yes.
nice. So, all right, Cornell, could you choose one of them?
Yeah. Uh, the right side at the bottom. Claire is really look forward to her New Year vacation.
Okay, so Claire is really looking, in this respect, it's looking
Yeah,
forward
looking forward.
for her New Year vacation. Excellent. Okay, so to look forward. And so Ming, can you choose one?
Tom dropped me off outside the terminal building.
Okay, Tom dropped me off.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right, and Alexander, could you choose another one? Alexander, are you there?
Oh, sorry, I left. Please, could you repeat the
Yeah,
question?
could you choose another bubble, one of these two bubbles to fill it out?
We should set off before the rush hour tomorrow morning.
Okay, excellent. And then Giuseppe, can you do the last one?
Yes, Elfie looked around the Louvre when he was looked around the Louvre when he was in Paris last month.
All right. Oh, so Giuseppe, have you been to Paris?
Yes, yes.
And did you go to the Louvre?
No. No, because it was in that time it was very busy, and we were there for a New Year's year,
Mhm.
and it was very busy. It was not possible to access at the
Okay.
Louvre.
Giuseppe, were you in Versailles?
Versailles, yes, yes,
Really?
yes.
Is it magnificent castle or not?
Versailles. Versailles, it's yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not very interested by the monument. The very the thing where I was focused, it was the Tour Eiffel uh, and the cemetery, I think, star
The sanctuary?
sanctuary. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember going to Versailles, so I think I didn't do that when I was in Paris. So I
Yeah.
think that was the day that I went to Paris Disneyland. So
Versailles is one of the highest castle in Europe.
yeah, I think that I was with a group of there were 4 ladies, basically 2 teenagers and 2 other ladies, and I took the 2 teenagers to Disneyland, and they went to Versailles, so I missed it.
One thing very funny happened in this time. It was we were looking for Bastille, la Bastille, but the Bastille was destroyed in 1860 something like that. And for 1 hour with my wife, we were turning around the place that the Bastille was destroyed.
Mm.
It was very funny because when we asking to the people where the Bastille were located, he said us that was destroyed.
Mm. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and go on to check your understanding. So we've got pick someone up, to check in, to drop off, to look around, to look forward to, and to set off. So what do they all mean? So to meet someone waiting and take him or her by car. What phrasal verb would that be?
Pick up.
Something to pick up.
Pick up. Yeah.
Okay, to pick up. Okay, and to visit. Anyone know what that one would be?
To look around.
To look around.
No.
Look forward.
Check in. It has to be to look around.
Is it missing?
Yeah. To visit is to look around. Okay. And
Yeah, Harry, in my point of view, it is not equal.
it is, yeah, I know it isn't. And that's why I checked. Let me check the answers just to make sure I'm right. Yeah, I don't think it's the same either, because to look around, well, usually when you visit somewhere, that's what you do is you're looking around.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're exactly equal either. So, but it is the answer that the writers of this material gave. So, but it is what you do when you do visit someplace. So, all right, to drive around, to drive someone to a place.
Drop off.
Yes, to drop off. Okay, and to show your ticket or leave your bags at an airport.
Check in.
To check in. To feel excited about a future event.
Look forward to.
Yes, to look forward to. And to begin a journey.
Set off.
To set off, okay. Set off, okay. All right, so let's go ahead and practice these. We've got travel, phrasal verbs, and picture captions. Alexander, can you do this first picture right here with one of these phrasal verbs?
Okay. I think we have to set off too early. It's still the middle of the night.
Yeah, so I think we have set off too early. It's still the middle of the night. Yeah, what do you guys think of that picture, though? It's beautiful. Anybody know what city this is?
I have no any idea.
So anyway, next picture, Giuseppe, can you do this one about the classic car?
Yes, Andy was
Excuse me.
dropped off. Dropped off, yes, at the airport in a classic car.
Okay, let me check. It could also be picked up. Okay, it's either dropped off or picked up.
Okay.
It's either one or the other. So dropped. Keep in mind, Giuseppe, when you have the word P or even a K before an ED, it actually sounds like, excuse me, a T.
Dropped.
Dropped. So the P and then also the K in picked up.
Okay.
It's picked and dropped.
Picked and dropped.
The only time you actually use the ed sound, ed, drop ed, is when it's a T or a D. And that's because it actually naturally happens. So for example, nighted, you have the T and then the ED. Airported, you don't really add the ED to these words, but that's an example. Okay. All right. Cornell, can you do the next one?
Misha usually looks forward to historical events when on vacation. Or Misha usually looks around
Yeah, I think
historical,
looks around better.
yeah, looks
better.
around historical remains when on vacation.
Yeah, looks around is better. But you can actually on the one that you said Michelle usually looks looks forward to visiting historical remains.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's how you could do that one. You would have to have the visiting as well. So, okay. Ming, on this next one, how would you do this one? Tom isn't.
Tom isn't look forward the coming trip. It always rains.
Yeah, so Tom isn't looking forward to.
Looking forward. Yeah.
Forward. Yeah. Do you guys go? Any of you guys go camping?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. Does this happen to you guys that it always rains?
Yes, but we have I don't know how it called, camp, little material houses.
Okay. So they could be either a tent,
Tent, yeah, sort of like tent, yeah.
a tent, or there's other types of things. Tent is the actual. Tent is what you bring with you and you set it up.
Triangle house.
Yeah, triangle house. What are those called? Oh, I had a friend that actually stayed in one. She went by herself, and then she sat and watched movies on her Kindle all week.
In French, it's a tipi.
TP, and
Tipi in French.
TP. Yeah, there are TPs. But TP is a one possibility. There is another word for it. I just can't think of what it is. I'll think of it later, and I'll remember after this class. Knowing me, so okay. Charles forgot to send a driver to. What would that be?
Pick up.
Pick up.
Sorry to interrupt someone.
Yes. Oh, no worries. Okay, because I didn't call on anybody, so you guys can talk at the same time. And so nowadays, many people blank online before they get to the airport.
Check in.
Check in, yeah. Now that happens in the U.S. Is it normal in Hong Kong for people to check in online? Ming, do you know?
Yeah. Yes, we have somebody will check in online before they got to the airport, but that is young people. When the old one want to travel to the other country, they will check it in the airport.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
so they will check in at the airport. Okay, and how about in Russia, Alexander? Do you know if it's common for people to check in at the airport?
Online, yeah, it became common 2 or maybe 3 years ago.
Okay, that's about the same as in the States. So in Giuseppe, you said it's not common yet in Belgium?
No, depend of the airport.
Okay, so it
But
depends on the airport.
yes,
Okay. And how about in Hungary? Do you know, Cornell?
Both ways are okay in Hungary, but check-in online is common, more common than check-in at the airport, and I
Okay.
think it is more comfortable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, checking online at home.
Yeah. That makes me nervous because if I check in online at the airport and I don't actually make it in time, I don't know. That just makes me nervous. So
Yeah,
maybe I'm just old-fashioned.
some additional information concerning check-in regarding Ryanair, Visa, and something light. It is not free of charge to check in at the airport.
It's not. And so Ryanair charges you to check in at the airport now?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Ryanair or Visa or something like that. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, because
Ryanair.
because the the Rainer and something like that would like to persuade the passengers to check in online because it could be easier for them.
Oh, wow. That is something new since I came to the States 5 years ago.
And they would like to save some money due to this reason
Wow.
and due to this regulation.
Wow. Ryanair is the reason I got to see as much of Europe as I have. So, um, wow. I didn't realize that it's like that. So, right. Well, let's ask and answer these different questions. Ming, why don't you start and ask somebody one of these questions, and then we'll do these 5 questions, and then we'll move over to another list of more general questions on travel.
I pick a question to ask any classmate.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Alexander, do you
Yes.
always set off early when you make a journey?
Depends of weather. If it's hot, uh, if it's summer hot days, yeah, I would set off early.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Do you go on a lot of road trips, Alexander?
Not it. Well, on one vacation, I went with my uncle by car,
Mm-hmm.
700 kilometers. It
Mhm.
was very hot summer days,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to wake up early at 4 that drive more off road when weather is not too hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, I d- I think that's pretty typical of a lot of people that will do that. They'd rather, take a nap and get to their destination so they can take a nap. So,
Also, you can do it at night, but night more danger.
is it more dangerous at night?
Yes, more dangerous.
Okay. All right. All right. So, Alexander, could you choose a question and choose a classmate to answer it?
Uh, are you looking forward to your next vacation, and where are you planning to go? Some Ming.
Yes. Um. Um. Now I'm looking for my vacation is I want to visit the United States to visit my son.
So, where are you going? Oh, you're going to the U.S.
Yes.
Yeah. Where is your son living?
Now he is studying in Texas.
Texas. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, when are you planning to travel to see him?
That's depend on my visa.
Uh-huh.
Now I have applied visas, but I don't know uh, when they are approved the results for me. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Yes, you don't know.
Thank you.
Texas is really hot though, so don't go in the summertime.
Yeah.
Of course, you're used to hot, unlike myself and those of us from the north. But yeah, excellent. How long has he lived in Texas?
I want to visit I think about 2 weeks.
Okay. No, I mean, how long has your son lived in Texas?
No, let me think. It's almost 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So, quite a long time. Okay.
yeah. Because he is studying the doctor degrees of science.
Mm-hmm. Is he in Austin, or
What?
is he what city is he in?
The Houston.
Houston. Okay. Yeah, that's where my nephew is. But I've never been there. So, all right. All right, Ming, can you choose another question and ask somebody else? Ming?
I'm sorry, I mute myself. Yeah.
Oh, no worries.
Ask Corder.
Cornell?
Cornell, yes. Do you like to look around historical sites or museums when you are on vacation?
Absolutely, yes. I like visiting historical sites and museum when we are on vacation. We went in Tarragona. Tarragona can be found 10 kilometers far from Barcelona, and there is a famous Roman amphitheater in the city. For example, yeah, and as I mentioned before, I would like to go with my family to Rome, and Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik is located in Croatia, beside the Mediterranean Sea. It is also a famous historical city, and I also would like to go Venice.
Wow.
Yeah, and Prague. Prague. Yeah.
I've heard Prague is really amazing too.
Yeah, amazing. Prague is famous for its castle, and there is a famous bridge, is Charles Bridge, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Mission Impossible is made in Prague.
okay, I haven't seen that movie, but now maybe I will. So, no, Venice is the city that you cannot drive cars in the city center, right?
Yes, yes, it is very crowded.
Uh-huh.
Is a Saint Mark Square is very crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crowded, you mean?
Yeah, crowded. Yeah, sorry.
Crowded. Crowded. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cornell, can you choose a question and ask someone?
To Giuseppe, when did you last drop someone off or pick someone up?
Yeah. I picked my father up the last month because he spent 3 months in Italy. Yes, it's all. Nothing special.
He spent 3 months in Italy. What was he doing?
He's retired and
Uh-huh.
he has a house there
Uh-huh.
in your birthday village, I
Okay.
think, and he spent 3 months per year in sharing with his family and.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Okay. This word right here, it's instead of retired, it's Bird.
Retired.
Retired. Retired. So, okay. So he just enjoyed the time there. That's great.
Yes.
Wow. It's amazing when I hear you guys talk. Oh yeah, we just went to Italy, and most Americans are like, "This is only what we've dreamed about," you know. So, all right. So Giuseppe, could you choose a question? I think we have one more question.
All questions are took.
I think we've actually already done this one as well.
Yes.
So let's go on to my other questions that I always pull these out, but I rarely get to them. Maybe 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10 lessons. We've actually done 2 today, so. But these are just general conversation questions about travel. So, Giuseppe, you can choose one of these questions and go from there.
Okay. Summing.
Yes.
What was your best trip?
I have been to Japan before. That is a great city. I can uh, visit the traditional temple, um, the um, the famous shopping street for the uh, electricity applicants, and I also enjoy the uh, traditional Japanese food. So that is the best trip for me. Yes, thank you.
Excellent. Good question. All right. So Giuseppe, could you answer the same question? What was your best trip?
My best trip was in France, um, near the Saint-Malo in Bretagne, because in this part of the France you can reach the Jersey, an English island. It was very interesting to visit that island. Yes.
I've heard about the Jersey Islands. Yeah. And that's English island? It's part of the England?
Yes, English island. It depends of the Britain, but they don't have the same money. The currency is a little different.
Okay. So
I don't know why.
Giuseppe,
Yeah.
Bretagne is located between England and France.
Yes.
Yeah, along La Manche. La Manche.
With La Manche,
Canal.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. So they don't have the same currency as England, though? They have their own currency?
Is the currency when you have the money from Jersey, you can't spend it on Britain, but the money, the British money, you can spend in Jersey. I don't know why it is a convention, but it's like that. It's a little special. It's called also the fiscal haven. I don't know in English where the rich people put the money.
Oh, kind of like Switzerland. It's like the
Yes, it's like Switzerland.
in that respect. Okay. Now I remember in when I lived in Finland, when we would take the ferry between Finland and Sweden, we could go in with Finnish money, and they would give us the change in Swedish money. Would that be similar? Could you pay in British money, and they give you the pay, and they
Yes. Yeah,
give you
received
back their own currency?
Yes. It was
Okay.
the same.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Ali,
kind of interesting that way.
have you ever been at the bridge between Sweden and Denmark?
No,
No?
I have not been that far down in Sweden yet.
Mhm.
So I think the furthest I went to Stockholm a lot, and then I went to um I can't remember the name now. It's a town in central Sweden, and that's it. Um, and the reason I was able to go to Stockholm as many times as I did was it was two trips that my company paid for, and then I also had a friend who was a travel agent, and she would get these free trips to Sweden on the boat. And so my friends and I, and sometimes I just did it by myself, would take these tickets and go go enjoy it. So
Yeah.
um,
I have found the bridge on internet. It is Öresund bridge. You can check in the
uh-huh,
chat box.
and Google Earth, yeah,
Something very strange when with friends we talking about Finland and Sweden. The
uh-huh.
first thing, the first impression is snow and cold. I
Oh,
don't know
really?
why.
It's it's funny. Because like Alexander and I were talking about that yesterday. Because is that the first impression you think of Russia as well?
Depends on time of year because in summer it's very hot.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the
Sometimes
same.
even at North country.
Yeah, and that's the same in
Oh,
Finland.
country town. Sorry, the
Yeah,
south towns.
that's the same in Finland and Sweden as well. 6 months it's cold, 6 months it's nice. so, so, yeah, I absolutely loved the cold, and
Ah,
so I'm totally into cold weather, and so there was a lesson that I've taught here in Verbling. It's about the coldest city in the world, which happens to be in Siberia. Cornell, were you in that lesson?
Sorry, could you
no.
please repeat it?
Well, there was a lesson that I taught was it was the coldest city in the world.
I don't know.
We've seen.
But it was a city in Siberia, Russia, and
Mm.
it,
Yakushiki.
and it was I was the only one that wanted to go there. So, but they get on average minus 30 degrees in the winter. So Yakutsk, yeah, yeah. So have you been there, Alexander? Have you been to Siberia yet?
No. And actually, at the degrees minus 30 and at North Town and South uh, Town minus, it would be different because of humidity.
Mm-hmm. True,
If
true.
humidity would where I live,
Mm-hmm.
humidity is quite high,
Uh-huh.
and when it's minus 30, it's very cold.
Uh-huh.
But at Siberia, the humidity is low, and
Uh-huh.
minus 30, it's like minus 20 where I live.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I totally can understand that. I live in right now I'm living in Idaho, which is a very dry area, and it doesn't feel as cold as if I was in another part of the world with the same temperature. And that's the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
The same with hot weather. The
Uh-huh.
same.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know which I prefer. I think I prefer dry temperatures for that reason. So,
Yeah, me too. And hot and cold.
yeah.
Also dry.
Yeah. Right. So Ming, can you choose a question?
Oh, choose your question, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, Alexandra. Do you prefer to travel alone or in a group? Why?
Um,
Do you prefer to travel alone
okay,
or
I see. Um, uh, if I go on vacation, for instance, I would prefer in a group of my friends, of course, or maybe my family. But if it's, but sometimes maybe by train, a couple of days maybe I would also like to do it, and I I did it.
Uh-huh. And would you do it alone or in a group?
Mostly with the group, of course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you like to travel alone at all?
Um, if not how to say, not far and not very many days, maybe maybe one day or
Uh-huh.
two, just take a rest from busy week or something.
Yeah.
To be with yourself sometimes it's
Mm-hmm.
helpful.
Yeah. I I have this scheme, and now that I'm working, have this job where all I need is the internet, will travel. So I have this scheme where one day I'll get in the car, put the dog in the car, put my computer in the car, and drive until I'm tired, and then get a hotel, teach it, teach in the evening, and then the next morning I wake up and I go drive again till I'm tired, find a hotel, teach in the evening. And I don't know if it will work, but it certainly would be fun. So just to see the world, but um, I hesitate to do it by myself. So don't think I'll do it. But all right, Alexander, could you choose a question?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever gotten lost while traveling? If so, tell about. Um, Giuseppe.
Mm. Yes, I got lost many times.
Many times. Oh,
Yes, because when I go for my job in a foreign country, uh, after the work, I like to visit, but not just the big monument or things like that. I like visit and see how the people live in the country. I go in the little village. I go very in the little place where the people live normally. And sometimes I got lost because in the little street, like in Turkey or in Morocco, I get lost many times. Yes.
thank you, thank you. And Cornell asked a question about the grammar on this. On
Yeah,
this,
it is concerning grammatically.
yeah,
It is very strange and weird for me. Gotten.
yeah. Where the first time I ever heard "Have you ever got lost while traveling?" I thought it was the weirdest thing, and I for a long time always would correct my students and say, "No, that's not correct. You have to say, have you ever gotten?" Um, and then I learned that that's British English. In American English, we will always use in this tense, "Have you ever gotten lost?"
Oh, okay.
So that's one of the differences in between British English and American English. So,
In British, it would be got, just got.
yep. Have you
Oh,
ever got lost?
interesting.
Yeah. So, to
Grammar
me, it
book.
sounds very strange.
Mm. Yeah, because I learned about when present perfect, third form of verb. It's gotten. It's got
Gotten.
yeah, strange.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was very, very surprised. I even talked to my British colleague who's very, very good at grammar, and he explained it was totally great, totally fine. Got. It's not gotten. So.
There are many irregular verb using this kind of. If you look, showed and shown is the same. Is the same. I think one is American, the other is English.
Yeah. Yeah. And in fact, some of the material that I have used for my classes, they will give us American English and British English. I always choose the British English because I know the American. That way we can go on both of them. But yeah, some Ming, I misspoke. It's get got get gotten. So shown and showed. Yep. Yeah, it blows my mind when we look at the differences between British and English and American English, because you would think that there would not be as much differences, but it is huge. And there's a British. I don't know if in your past, if you guys ever studied from the book either Tech Talk or Business Opportunities or Business Objectives in your language training, but the author of that book writes a blog about the differences between American English and British English, and it's fascinating because she's a British teacher, and she lives in Pennsylvania, and she runs into all kinds of differences between American English and British English, and I read it and I laugh so hard because it really is funny. So it's from a teacher's perspective as well. So, but anyway, all right, guys, I want to thank you very much for your participation in class today. I hope you learned some new words, and Cornell, you've learned get gotten, so that's good. And hope to see you again in another class. It is now 2 a.m. here in Idaho, and it is time for me to go to bed. So,
Yeah. Night.
good night.
Have a
Good night.
night.
Good night.
Bye.
And you guys have a
Bye.
great day. I'll see you at the other end. Bye.
Have a nice
Bye.
evening.